Dire team pick.
Bierzemy.
The opponent team has a free battle fury. I think you have to make it so that's something that going against me here, man.
As well. Like I said, I'm doing a $5.
It's just so frustrating.
It's void,
Collapse is so good on Mars. All the spirits still available for Team Spirit.
Turn to pick.
And they're forced now to ban, like you pick the offlaner, they're banning Monkey King and Viper. Still all right.
No, I think it's too good. They have no way of killing him in the first 25 minutes of the game.
Any sort of percent-based damage is not bad either.
Hero.
All right. Wow.
GPK Invoker with a faceless void.
I didn't even notice that. I almost always assume that hero's gone. That's too good. That's way too good.
Yeah.
I would have. I feel stupid for not calling that one. That's a little bit too easy, I think.
Not only does it work so well with the Faceless Void, if we're going to Quas Wex Invoker, Wraith King, and Tidehunter, and Mars actually all hate EMP a lot.
This was... I think that Tide pick's going to lose it for him. They're just too all in on this 5-man again. VP handled it so well game one. If I didn't have game one as a sample size, I would have to say maybe they can get the 5-man that they want against VP, but they're not going to give it to him. And then VP is going to get their items.
A faster pace that Team Spirit did take is required for them to be able to win this kind of draft, right?
Yeah, they're only tower takers, Wraith King, though. So if he goes like an armlet Deso, I could see that pace being ramped up. But if you take the classic wait 15, 17 minutes to get that Radiance, that's exactly all Faceless Void needs to get that Mask of Madness SNY when he's got the power behind him, and he'll be ready to fight you at that point.
Okay, it sounds like an uphill battle, but that is what Team Spirit was expecting against Virtus Pro to climb to first place with Odie Pixel and Kyle.
Indeed, very important game. Room 3 here for both of these squads. VP versus Spirit. And as we heard sort of from yourself and the panel, seems like you're not big fans of what Spirit's got out this game.
You make best situation out of no situation.
Not at all. I mean, think about that last game. They're just able to hunt always because cooldown's so low and limited. And Yatoro certainly can carry this, but I don't know, man. I feel like VP, their team fight with all spells active, a good chrono still neuters most of the Spirit lineup. A BKB Void just kills Warlock, kills Marana. Saves himself. Well, maybe. Arrow.
Oh, that's going to be a first blood here, surely. See who gets the kill. Yeah, they'll let Toronto Tokyo take this for the mid lane. First blood for him.
Thanks, guys.
What did he just
Thanks
buy
a lot.
off the bat? He's not Russian bottle, just that's nice.
I just got
Whatever you want.
the full one coming out for the laning stage. Here from Spirit. And I mean, so as you say, it's a lot of long cooldowns on Spirit's side, but I mean, over VP, they have Chronosphere and RP, but just overall, you feel that VP's lineup just can get more done without the big ultimates?
Once we're in agreement.
Oh, arrogant. Nice juke.
It's all right.
They got him. No, they didn't. The wand that he didn't buy. That was
Just his stick shot, yeah. Torrent stick was enough to save them with a shadow word.
One of those.
Actually ended up losing his courier, so he actually won't out the wand early. As the courier is actually getting taken down amidst all that chaos.
well, entertaining start to be sure. And yeah, I think that Spirit, they play best when they don't have to sit on their hands. And in this game, there's going to be moments where they simply can't active, and then the Empower just negates any sort of farming advantage or Wraith King might have against the Void. Also, the DM, he's been staying out for me so in this game, or in this series rather.
Sure, what, even last game you feel like he was playing the best?
I mean, he's doing his job. Perhaps he could have got access a little more, but he was trying to beat his carry to it. And in this game, this lane specifically, they want to pull the wave out of tower. That 3-hour bonus to your Toro is pretty significant.
Well, that's pretty insane there as well. Look at his win rate. 5 games this patch on Wraith King, hasn't lost again.
Hey, it's like the Alliance DK. When in doubt.
I think this as well. Collapse. 7 games, hasn't lost a game.
Wow.
You don't get better win rates on your offlane and carry than this. So even though the draft may be stacked up against them. So,
oh, look at this. Mira. 9-1.
I mean, there's no denying they win on these heroes. They win an awful lot on these heroes.
Will they win this game, though? This is the toughest competition they've got left. Virtus Pro is all that stands between them and a bonus 200 DPC points, which I believe would place them at 600 total. Pretty close to the threshold that I think will get you into TI. Just talking with a couple stats guys, they figured it'd be somewhere between 600 and 800. Or rather, 500 and 700. I just made that up, but it sounds right, doesn't it?
Well, it sounds like a lot. It's a big number.
I'm dead.
Let's see. Interesting. So DM though going a different build. When we saw Koifa play this, it was a 2-0-1. Yeah, he's going a totally different style. And I'm surprised by that. They have CM aura, so you'd figure that they'd actually be playing more to cast spells. So
A good job here of pushing back the 2 of them on his own. So the power of the Lina in the lane. And mid. So far, Toronto Tokyo have an edge, but we'll see how much things change. Once GPK's got the levels and able to mess with the marks quite a bit with that EMP. Little rush from the this time, Mira, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. The physical damage just destroying Kingslayer.
yeah, it's a rough CM game. I like the early level in Gut. I always get a little sad whenever I see a Tidehunter skip it because it's one of the best one spells in Dota. 40% slow, minus armor, lasts 4 seconds. And you can see squishy like CM, goodbye.
Any sort of lane backup that's able to get him with the easy hits, and Mirana, absolutely one of those heroes. And have a good shot of getting a lot of kills early on.
Mid lane, probably the one to watch. He's the most even. Haven't seen GPK play too much Invoker. Well, he plays it, but not their first choice so far in the DPC. You see how he chooses to itemize. I haven't seen much success with the cross weapon. Oh,
it's all right.
Is he dead?
He's looking pretty dead unless the Shadow Word can do something amazing. Oh. He's actually going to live. It is. It's just enough to shadow, and yes, it's got to be careful. Well, damage comes in really onto the two of them. Stake will fall, but him and DM will manage to get back inside. But there we have the power of the Warlock. And enough to keep him alive.
The lack of power in that shockwave. Double damage for the second point. Instead we have 2 in power.
Actually, yeah, that is surprising. Yeah, coming first, they did a 1-2-1. Yeah. 3 more points here earlier is that in power.
Not a fan, especially with arcanes. Like the shockwave spin is just so effective. I understand you want to get bonus damage to both you and your ally, but it's not what I've seen most other offlane mags do. Let's see, Rune. It's not spawning because it's 5-minute tile, but bottom lane going very well for Spirit. Void pressure buying more jet as well because he just takes so much harass. That's the second or third salve used. And I've just realized PG, they're like the only team I've seen that use like an old foe as a spray. And if only Fear was still part of the organization, we would have got that bathroom photo. That would have been a spray.
That would have...
Talk about asserting dominance.
I mean, Valve would have doubled their value as a company.
Instant sold out.
Yeah, they would have sold out of it. And sell out of Belitum.
Servers crash.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
Oh, no, he's going for the skewer. Will he get it? No, does not happen up top. Another. It's the pixels too. Like, they spent the whole budget on the right to the photograph. Oh, that's a kill.
Here's the first for GPK. Ooh, that's gonna save him.
Okay.
It's forced out, but it keeps him alive.
I think you can take that. You force a rotation. That's a Ravage for a TP.
Well, GPK not with any quick measures of being able to get back to the mid, so yeah. Space Mag. And no lives lost here for Team Spirit.
Will that continue? So far, so good. I mean, the Spirit lineup certainly benefits from a slower paced game. They'd love an opportunity to get all their big spells online. If they can take the fights that they want, pretty tough for VP until much later in the game. Gotta watch the item progression. That's the key. He's gonna have a free Battle Fury thanks to his mag. Wants a good start. I want to see some more ancient stacks coming in as well if possible.
Have we got any? Not quite yet.
I think
maybe
that's
first round here.
Yeah, Lena's posted up. He knows his job. Does he have multiple?
Oh, he's got a double hit.
Yeah, there you go. Will he get both?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm dead.
Spare.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot. Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Top GM.
I had to work so hard to get my
Radiant's
voice out of the
bottom
game.
tower is staggering.
The blessing of Val. Same with you, Owen. These players, they just insert themselves. How do you think they determined that? Only 3 voice lines, but 5 players. They fight for it? Based on branding?
Imagine so.
Captains?
Yeah. Or GM. And they did this. Chitoro, he's got 1 charges, but and he's not
Yeah, he's gonna do it. Oh, what? He didn't stick?
He wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough, right? Just maths. Oh, Chrono's down. All right, the Chrono for him.
Is under attack.
I think that's enough.
No, it wouldn't have been. It's 150 mana, right?
10.
Times 15. Oh, he had mangoes.
Yeah.
He had a lot of mangoes.
No,
okay.
the mangoes were just picked up by...
Okay, yeah, I was going to say I don't think he had the mangoes when he died.
Wait, 10 times 15.
That's not a hard one. We can do it.
That's 150, but the ult costs 180. Oh, and he wouldn't have been. He would have died.
He wouldn't have.
He would have.
Radiant's bottom tower.
No, he
is
knew as
under
well. You know, he weren't wasting those charges.
Dire's
Toro did the
top
maths.
tower is about to take the plunge. Mine is true. Radiant's bottom tower
Wanna catch him,
faces a stiff win.
Not.
Not that he wants him away. He still have GPK up. Yasoro definitely having enough mana sustain
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Things a little difficult when it comes to VP trying to punish him here. And 4 heroes and 5
heroes,
in
they're
back
just
to
top. I don't like
this feels a bit awkward. You gotta split up. This ain't time. This is not the time to group up and go.
I mean, I'll be honest. VP didn't really play so clean that game. A little critical, but deservedly so of their smokes. Just, oh, well, we gotta do something. Oh, okay, let's try again. This game feels like same, deer lost in the woods vibe, where they find the kill, but then they're all there. They don't have tower pressure. You're not going to be able to fight if the Tide team, they lost spot tower will that occur. Like their whole jungle is just gone. So yeah, maybe just chill a bit. Go farm an ancient stack with your Void MOM. Probably your
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
Going for that Midas this game, GPK. Earlier than what we saw from Toronto Tokyo today, rather than getting the full vessel, just sticking with the urn and going straight into it. Of course, the levels are going to have a heavy benefit this game. He's got some fantastic stuff. But that potential down the line. There's that Ags, that Cataclysm, RP. I mean, a lot of stuff, multiple sort of setups for that sort of late game, just game breaker.
I really like that he's going to go for the Midas before Vessel on GPK. The urn is nice. It's a little sustain, extra damage, very good for Quadsbugs Invoker. But to go full Vessel in a game you don't really need it, just kills your item progression. Just the better. Whoa.
Golem dropped.
Whoa.
Arena as well. Straight in onto GPK. Ravage coming in as GPK.
We got him.
Everything thrown down onto the Invoker. Going to try and chase down Kingstep to the side. The RP's come out. They got the damage though. DM and Nightfall. Toronto Tokyo. And Laguna comes out. Toronto Tokyo is still on the retreat. And Chrono's down. Team Nightfall has the damage with the Light Strike Array. Oh, no, they don't have further detection. They're not going to be able to kill it. Toronto Tokyo actually lives as VP. They're going to lose a 4, potentially. DM's trying to run. They've got him. 4 dead on VP. They get nothing.
Absolutely nothing. They took a fight 4-on-5. I know they used a bunch of spells, Owen, but Team Spirit, they had so many more remaining. Like, no Invoker, that's the Team Spirit. RP, they get off the Chrono, but there's just no damage.
I mean, look at this.
I mean, a whiff, and then I love this from Spirit. Just
middle tower
go.
can't
Like, they just blow everything. Just on the edge of that rock golem. They use every single ability. Expected a shorter TP, I think. That would have caught the mag, and perhaps this fight goes even worse, but can it go worse for VP? I'm not even sure. We see the RP, but there's just no damage.
Yeah, it came out to, I believe, just Toronto, Tokyo, and then this man just tanked an RP, tanked a Chrono, yet he still doesn't die.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's, I mean, Team Spirit, wrapping the city. You know who's rooting for them? Every single team in this region.
Атмосфера. В итоге ультимейт Мираны здесь сработал, конечно, на 5. Да все сыграли от команды Spirit замечательно.
Да даже вот это инициирование от Мипошки, но такое неочевидно, ну кто сейчас голема вот так вот далеко начинает, но этого стана как раз хватило, чтобы зацепить инвокера.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. What's this?
看到一张 TP， 去掉一张 TP，
The stun on to Nightfall. Toronto Tokyo though. It's caught GPK. They're on top of the Invoker's going to get taken down, and Nightfall has been left behind. He's got a time walk. They got any further catch it. TM's come across and try and get some safety for Nightfall. He's going to shoot Yatoro in. Track Array holding back. The Wraith King mirror collapsed. They're still chasing. They're hunting him for team. They're going to be able to find him in the trees. DM, he's got RP up, but he's not going to want to. He's dead for sure. He'll accept his fate. As again, another move here where Spirit, they're just rolling over VP.
This is unbelievable. They're just fighting, and VP is like, okay, let's go for it. But guys, I know you got confidence. You're brawler extraordinaires, but this is not a team you can fight into. They didn't even have Ravage, but the threat of it was there. Yeah. It was coming off cooldown, so you knew buybacking and trying to recommit is not going to pan out.
Absolutely, yeah.
They'll blink in a moment.
They're doing that without the ultimates. You know, the ults are going to be good to go. As you say, yeah, blink or collapse, ready to fly out.
I mean, we doubted the draft on, but we should, you know, our observer, they showed us the truth. These players, undefeated Wraith King and Tidehunter so far. One win, 9 wins, 1 loss on the Mirana. Hell yeah, you talk about comfort heroes, just pick what you're best with. Rock and roll, this is great. Not from Spirit. And the free smoke. They see it coming. Careful.
Are Radiant using echolocation?
Not able to do anything, of course, on Toro himself.
Dire have the spyglass.
Got to play very careful, VP. They can't allow to have any more fights as the last few have been. GPK, is he going to go for this? They've scanned him. They actually they know GPK is still around. They've seen him. Arena's down, they found him. Team Spirit there, knowing that GPK would still be hovering around this bottom half of the map.
And they hit him with the tips. VP still laughing, but those that gleeful laughter is turned into a bit of a nervous tick because I don't think they have an idea of how to fight once again. And VP, when can't fight, has not seemed like the same team.
No.
Blink Ravage available, top 3 net worth, all Team Spirit. And their 5-man is just nuts. What's the Wraith King's build? Is he gonna have a Radiant sometime soon? Indeed he is. I love that he went for the armlet this game though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's just so cost efficient on a hero like Wraith. And that might starting to look like it might not be enough to get GPK back into this.
It's gonna be a slow one. He's had such a rough time of last few moves that Team Spirit's been able to make against VP, and Team Spirit, they're not stopping. They're going to hit them with the smoke themselves.
Oh, they had a great ward, though, placed outside the Roche pit, so they saw that smoke. Oh. Close.
Looking to get in there, though. Collapse. Down save over to the side.
I'm dead.
I think he is.
I'm dead.
He knows the score.
Oh. Some nice juke.
Situation out of no situation.
I like the communication you can make now with enough voice lines. He was dead, but the best situation was certainly found, which is to just survive that extra 15 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I mean, VP, they've got to do something right, but I feel like we're falling into sort of the same boat as last game, where VP just not a whole lot being done. A Spirit 11 for 2, 7k lead and growing with every passing minute. I mean, good growth here against VP.
Radiant's top tower
VP, of course, they do have a solid combo themselves. Chrono, RP, not the easiest of teams to find it against. Very unlikely that you're going to catch many of Spirit's members standing on top of one another.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You're going to need BKBs plus these initial damage items that are coming out of the Virtus Pro before you can actually fight into Team Spirit. They just have way too much AoE control. Expect their next move to be Roche. And there's that Midas on GPK, but
tower is on the
it's looking rough, man. 11-2 the score. Neither support on VP is going to have much survivability. Continuing to hunt with the arrows. Warding is ideal now. Yatoro controlling Radiant Ancients. That's key. Whenever you're playing against this mag draft, Collapse putting his body between him and the enemies. You can't target a Tidehunter. It is not going to end well for you, Virtus Pro. And once again, let's smoke into no.
Radiant are scanning for enemy.
And I thought actually just going to break out of it.
This team, maybe this explains a bit of their underperformance in the major. When they aren't in control of the game, they look lost.
And they're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower.
I mean, now, Team Spirit not prepared. In fact, the jump collapse. Not to kick them. Jumps out with the time wall. RP being used on collapsing round. The odds come up, the Ravage is ready to drop the time that Nightfall's getting to try and beat down the hill. Goblin down, they drop in the void. Nightfall's gone. Again, Spirit having much greater composure in these team fights. as VP are really struggling with these 5v5s.
Brought him out of his
He's gonna blink for a second. They've got him.
Hey.
Something to be found at the end, but still not really big enough. Back again to get VP in a happier position. They lose the tier 2 top. Money's going to be there for the relic to be grabbed by Yatoro. Things continue to look up and up here for Team Spirit.
You said it yourself, Owen. Like, you know, the Twitch chat, everyone could see that Ravage coming. He's standing there. It's like, okay, you want to do that?
Nightfall.
There's no scenario that was going to work. He chronos. There's a Ravage interrupts the multi. Of course, Collapse is going to pop his spell. Oh, GBK, that's popping. Careful.
There is out of loot. One in a second. Do anything to save him? They cannot.
With honor.
The kill found here by VP. But yeah, like sort of pre-BKB, it's hard. You know, any of these sort of large-scale AoE ultimates always going to mess with the Void, right? The Ravage, even just the drop of the Golem, you're just taking away those precious seconds that Nightfall needs to lock down on whoever he's caught in it.
I actually think this might have been a BKB rush game, even before the Sonic Asha. Just because you need uninterrupted damage to chrono.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy, yeah.
If you don't, because you're never going to catch all these heroes. Somebody, somewhere, is going to have something to throw at you when you've used the chrono this game. It's not easy.
DD, this from Toronto, BKB right after. I'm trying to think, VP, you know, you'd love to get something going. No Ravage, you have RP, but you don't have a blink on DM, thus your initiation is a Tornado or a Chronosphere. It's not realistic.
Spirit, they're going to look for Ferocious objective here. And they're pretty much getting away with this. Radiance done on your Tora.
Solar Crest, Vlad's next item. Love it. Just stack those auras. Bonus damage. And a gem to boot from Aposhka. Look at the ward control they've got. Sure, they have no control over bottom of their Ancient camp, but they don't care. They're just trying to deny Void this Ancient. And I believe they've done so successfully for the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I don't think he's been ready to bring out the part of this area at all.
Yep. Under attack.
Now an 8 just Wraith King. I've got a Radiance. Farm increases and P. It's the same old story. We're gonna smoke into the Aegis with Ravage and all other spells on cooldown. Good luck. You got Blink on Mag. RP.
It's a tough move. But it's just sort of a testament to show how rough of a position VP feel that they're in if they feel that they have to try for these sort of plays.
I don't think you understand.
RP's dropped down. They've got Toronto, Tokyo. Clean move and nothing to be. Oh, you know, that's something. You know, they can't really have too much back of these smokes because of them being behind. Getting a call, you know, that's not bad.
I don't know, man. Like, they just give up 2 towers for that now, though. At least bottom will fall once the creep wave gets there. And honestly, if I'm Spirit, I just keep going.
Sure, yeah, we're Spirit. They're not going to be shaking up too much. But at least for VP, better than the smokes they're able to find towards the end of last game. It gets they don't lose anyone.
I disagree, Owen. I don't think that kill gives you much at all.
Yeah, but honestly, yeah, smokes last game weren't great.
True. Okay,
sure. Not very hot.
It's better.
Standard's not hot. They had a rough one in the half of last game.
Yeah.
So
it's like getting catered food, right? If it's at it's above average.
Yeah.
Now he's back alive, and it's time to chase VP back to their side of the river. Oh, careful.
Yeah.
Oh, if he had quick cast, maybe he gets that Yules off.
They'll get saved instead.
Is about to take the blood.
So, you get the kill, you push lane, you lose tower, and now Spirit just kick you right back out. And if he gets vision of the high with the courier, he's going to grab the one ward placed as well. Now on to base. You've got Aegis. Time to go. I'd like to see Spirit fight. They won't be able to time it before Void has BKB, so the fights get a little more difficult.
And
they're not out of the... Like, look, making memes of it, but VP, they're still in this. They've got Void. They will have the late game. You can always man Chronospheres.
Talk about making memes. I'm not too sure about the item saves got queued up. What do you think about this, Kyle?
Was it a meteor hammer or something?
I'd say even more kind of strange. So on save on the leaner.
Okay.
Does that do much for him this game?
Not against Tide. Mars is gonna have BKB. Maybe for the supports.
I mean, Mirana's got a Yules.
The right click damage.
I was gonna,
changed.
I was like, yeah, there's no way he's buying an Orchid.
Okay.
He's not gonna buy an.
Here we go.
They're much more expected.
I just love
Glimmer Cape.
This was so inherited from Soul. It's like, gosh, can't get out on the map. We're losing. Let's go smoke, guys. We're gonna fight him.
Allies disappear.
This move's gonna.
They should have seen this. Fort Spirits got blocked.
Oh.
Will they venture outside of the base?
We've got the full axe on GPK. We do. We've got the full axe. So he's.
Whoa!
Oh, they make the jump. Nightfall is able to get the BKB off. Now they're look to turn. They're in. Off of the turn. They've got the chrono down. They're focusing. And then the cataclysm coming into play. Takes out China Tokyo. Brings down Yatoro at once. Ravage comes out for collapse. Catches the four of them now. T-Spirit's ready to hit back. They're up to DM. Take down the Magnus. Buyback comes out straight away from it. And Yatoro will fall a second time. Ready for a third round, and of course, Technical Nightfall. RP comes up to the end, like great there as well. They've taken out the Wraith King, dead for good now. As Wraith King's gone, VP now ready with a cleanup. That team might blink out to safety, but Veposhka, he'll get left behind. VP able to pull together a solid fight outside the walls of their base.
That was sick. Like, big mistake from Spirit there. They all in for this idea they were going to get a stun arrow off. Does not land. And suddenly it's like, oh, okay. Well, collapse, thank you very much. Yeah. Use that arena. I'm going to chrono you. You're going to go down. Cataclysm Chronosphere. They just got that timing.
It just delivered. Literally, we had the courier flying in. There it is now.
What happens to the arrow? So here it comes in. And he just BKB'd. Yeah.
I think it hit a creep, actually.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I mean, collapse just puts himself way out of position. As soon as you get the double chrono, like, this is it. Doesn't matter the rock's there to counter-initiate. It's just kerplow.
I mean, and this combo is going to hurt. It doesn't matter how far behind you are. Cataclysm, with this sort of stuff,
yeah,
it's going to kill someone. Almost certainly two. You know, it is going to be something that will be quite the challenge for Team Spirit to find, despite the strengths and lead that they have built up.
Yep, love the buyback from DM too. You knew FRP, maybe I'm not needed, but secures the kill. They kill Wraith King 3 times.
Yeah.
They might have just straight up turned this game. Like, might have been about too soon. Or have we? He has no buyback. Spot wave, 7 seconds.
That's a big window.
Dire's middle tower
Big window,
is under
no
pressure.
Magnus, no Chrono.
Have Ravage up soon.
Same as the
middle tower is drowning.
Mid-tier 2 will likely be a target. You gotta be serious. Spirit, they need better initiation. You also cannot go for a void in that spot if you're not able to 100 to 0 him, because he'll just leap, now full HP, now BKB, and if all of a sudden there's 3 heroes in melee range, please chrono your life. And we witnessed there, Cataclysm equals double Sunstrike on all targets chronoed.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
And yeah, see, I like this more than what we saw out of Toronto Tokyo. You know, he maxed Exort. Like, I think that no matter what, as an Invoker, you never want to see max Wex. It's just not nearly as impactful as getting to hit this crazy Ags max damage Sunstrike Cataclysm combo. This is what the hero is meant to do here. Yeah, that net worth is quite low, but it's deceiving because
all the damage you can do.
Yeah, he's a Cataclysm. That's his role in a team fight, and it's all on the chrono. No hard save on the side of Spirit, so they got to be very cautious. VP, to do something smoke. You love it. Cooldown's up. Let's just go, folks. Can't stay stuck in our base.
Chrono and a Cataclysm is going to kill anybody.
Don't want mirror.
Want something bigger.
Got buyback.
Not necessarily the big chrono they were hoping for. Just a warlock.
Outpost bottom is available.
Still going to try for the RP. He's got the turn, but the counter plays there for collapse. Comes in the routing, but the BKB's out for Nightfall. As Cataclysm comes in. Toronto Tokyo goes down. Yatoro goes down the once. Buyback's coming out straight away here from T-Spirit. They look to try and turn. Yatoro's in with the jump onto GPK. GPK in with the Ghost Walk, but the golems drop down. GPK pushing the back with the deafening blast as he'll try and run, but the gush is there. Collapse jumps in, finishes him off. T-Spirit make the call to put all in on this team fight, come in with 2 buybacks, and now they look to try and push the high ground. whilst Chrono and Cataclysm are down.
Oh, the creeps, do they have a wave? Oh, it's counts. They did it for, I guess, one of those creeps that had just died up. Oh wait, no, just kidding, there's an archer. A lonely archer is actually gonna enable this push.
And they're jumping in.
Going.
Nightfall. He's gonna get pinned to his own ancient. They got the bomb, they got the guns, they don't have enough damage. Nightfall, he's tanking it up. I'm more than happy to turn your Toro. He's dove in for this, he's dead for once. Take down a second time. Just up, it's over Nightfall, they're gonna Laguna, the definitely block, push the back. Nightfall's never gets trouble. Got the Toro dying underneath the tier 4s. Under his own play, going to dive in. And Spirit, they'll throw away 2 of their lives, and now they've got to run. VP hot on the chase out base. Toronto Tokyo popping the arena, and the Spirit trying to push them back. Nightfall and Mirror. The chase down here by DM. And top of them will get out of there, but still out. A bit of a dive there from Spirit, and it will hurt them. They'll lose up on that opportunity to potentially get the tier 3 in the racks.
I see the future, but I think in about 5 minutes, 4-4s being spammed in the chat. That was one of the more YOLO moves I have ever seen. What do you? Wow, Spirit, so much for they could have got a Rax perhaps. They could have gone back for Roche. I mean, instead they dived tier 4s.
They were just, it wasn't even close to killing Nightfall, which stunned him. He down to half HP, if even that. Nowhere close to being able to threaten the life of this Void with that dive under the tier 4s. And now Roche, all VPs. And in a state of the game where buybacks both cards kind of on cooldown, spent out. So just meaning everything there we have at the moment where it really did all go wrong for Team Spirit.
The arrow's off. Maybe if that arrow hits, you've got a shot, but even so, a GPK buyback ends that. Like, he's an invoker. He's going to tornado. That's going to buy you enough time to get the Void leap off. And literally under tier 4s.
Out of no situation.
No Ravage.
I think if anything, they were lucky to not lose more heroes here, as they are able to get the 3 of them out. And the big one being the one that hurts the most there, losing your Toro off the back of that jump.
And if you look at the net worth, these feeds...
It slammed right back round, yeah.
Yeah, Nightfall suddenly
look at that.
Gets real spooky. This is why they third picked it, wanted to prevent any scenario. Spirit were able to grab it themselves. Void going to be the late game hero in this critical game 3.
Yeah, he's huge now. Off the back of that fight, you're seeing this SNY, Scardy, BKB. You can't jump this, man. You can't jump him. The chances of actually blowing him up, you're just not quite there. You know, your Toro, he needs that AC done. He needs that extra bit of oomph, really, to be able to have the damage to kill Void. Void's going to be jumping all over the place, and even if you land all the ultimates, he's probably still going to be able to do so. Nightfall, an incredibly hard target to kill at this stage.
Weigh anchor. This game is on.
But I just don't know, man. This is getting harder and harder. Soon there'll be a BKB on Invoker. Suddenly, Spirit's complete lack of real BKB piercing table. I know they have the Warlock Golem, but it's really just not the same.
Not going to cut it against a carry that's not, that's the BKB and multiple, jumps. Nightfall's getting out every single time.
The easy shard as well. Love that. One of the better shards, especially against all these big cooldowns of Spirit. Maybe bait something out.
Absolutely.
Hop out to save.
See what the next move is. It's going to be a lot harder though. Pretty much back to even on the net worth. They're going to try it. They're coming out with the smoke. Again, this time they'll be the team making the move into a side that does have all the ults ready. They'll catch DM. Toro's in. DM. They save him in time. The golem's going to be dropped down. DM. Can't get off the RP. Honor comes out for Nightfall. Cataclysm following through. Onto the 3 of them. They take down his Toro. The most stronger Tokyo will force one the Spirit. It's Nightfall. He's ready to keep the cleanup going. Over to watch it. A triple kill for him. And they're not done yet. The tornado control for GPK comes out onto Collapse. And Spirit, they really collapse completely. Nightfall, ultra kill. And when you have sort of this large of a loss of momentum, I don't know if you're getting it back.
They're feeling themselves now. That was just, again, a punish on Toronto Tokyo. Nightfall playing near flawlessly with Chronosphere's placement. Every time the Mars is caught off guard, he's just Chrono it's a bait almost. He's looking at Yatoro, looking at Yatoro. Oh, there's a Mars I can grab too. Oh, Cataclysm, GPK. Super simple game for him. Once the fight breaks out, he just chills, waits, brings down.
Is under pressure.
Massive pain and Alacrity now. This Arax. Still an Aegis as well. Maybe go for more.
A full MKB on Nightfall.
Is under attack.
Massive items just continue to fly out off the back of every successful team fight.
Middle tower just got knocked down.
Spirit, what do they got? They're gonna have the full roster probably up. Actually, maybe after we'll see how much they can go into the Yatoro! Immediately takes Yatoro out of the base! Gets it down once! Is he gonna I don't know. BKB's coming to find out. Yatoro, he's instantly dead. A beautiful grab there, DM. And Yatoro, he's got a game 70 seconds. No buyback. They've just destroyed Yatoro. The last 3 moves. Since that dive under the tier 4, Yatoro's just completely lost it.
Man, you know, it's like VP were on the ropes. I'm laughing at them as they smoke to nowhere, it seemed. But credit to them. They just played with more tenacity, more aggression. They're the ones fighting. They're setting up the fight.
And there's no buyback. Red King, they can be as aggressive as they want. Grabbing Collapse. Collapse, no Ravage for 20 seconds. He's trying to run, but Nightfall's chasing Collapse. He's gone. He does have buyback. Still a lack of Ravage and a lack of a carry. As VP, they'll push on. See how much this first buyback scares them. I don't think it does. They still know Wraith King. 20 seconds.
Chrono in 5.
As they're looking for the end. Grab Mirror. Mirror tries to leap out, but Mirror's gone. Does have fun available as well. The damage being done here. The tier 4s are taken. Nightfall. As you said, with the Chrono, he's going to continue to stay here.
GPK just chilling in Invis, waiting to Cataclysm. Oh no.
Watch for this Chrono Collapse. He's in with the Ravage. They're going to fall on the arena, the control, onto the Magnus. The Chrono's going to get dropped down onto the backbone. They find the 2 squishies, both Mirror and Maposhko wiped out. Out for good. No buyback available for them. Nightfall now turns up towards Yatoro. Brings him down. With no Ravage, there's very little Collapse can do to keep this forward off the ring. The chase is on. The RP comes out as they're all going down here. GG, it's called. VP will continue to hold on to the title here at the top of the league. And they take down Team Spirit here in the game 3.
They pop off too. DM, you deserve that one. He's excited. That was a hell of a performance. Every time he died in a team fight, he had an immediate buyback. In DPC Season 2 and crushing Spirit